Hello. You guys made it through week one. That's amazing. Like you made it through prep week. And for me, like prep week was like the hardest. So that's awesome. Um, I'm at my parents' currently, so if you hear them like talking, don't mind them. Um, but I want to go over a couple of things. To kind of get you guys ready for week one. Like week one starts tomorrow. So make sure that you guys are in the right mindset. You guys take a couple minutes, watch this video, because I'm going to go over the past week with everybody else's videos and then talk to you kind of guys about like what else you want from us to make sure you can make it through week one. Okay. So, first off, know that things are going to come up. Life gets in the way. Life happens. All right. So what are you going to do like when that happens? And that's what I'm going to kind of talk about today. So recapping, Lynn talked about like on day one about, she talked about it a couple of times, but like how are your sleep patterns? How much are you sleeping a night? How much water are you drinking? What type of foods are you eating? Are you getting rid of like all those like sugary cravings that you guys have? And like, did you guys stick to those things that you had set for yourself? I know a lot of you guys had posted in the comments that you wanted to get more sleep this week, so hopefully you guys were able to do that. I know I really tried. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but we work on it. And then Cass touched upon working out and warming up prior to working out, stretching, warming up your muscles, because it really helps your body and get the results that you need. So if you did work out this week, hopefully you guys warmed up properly. You can definitely share workout and warm up tips with us. If you have questions on warming up, let us know so we can give you like proper stuff if you have questions or you can't do anything like that. And she also talked about form. I'm going over my notes so I don't forget anything. She talked about form. So I know like with lunges a lot and squats, like a lot of you girls had questions on like proper form and all of that. Um, so I think I had posted in the comments like take a video of yourself, do the exercise and do it from multiple angles so you guys can like see like the form that you have and like where you think you're having issues or where you want help. And that is something like we can all definitely help each other out with. Lynn also talked more heavily, or like recently in the week, about sleeping and nutrition. And hopefully, you guys are like really getting enough sleep. You need at least 7.5 hours for your like muscles to recover, to really get like that release and everything. And I will admit, like, I'm not getting 7.5 hours. Like, I can't. It's so hard for me. Um, and but it's like a goal of mine. Like every night I'm like, okay, I'm going to get like an extra hour, so I'm in bed, I just can't fall asleep. But it's really really important, and I know like when I sleep I feel so much better. So I'd love to know like if you girls are getting enough sleep, what are you like, are you feeling better? Do you feel healthier? Do you feel cleaner? Do you notice anything? And your muscles will probably recover way faster when you're getting more sleep. She also talked about alcohol. So she talked about like cutting back or, specific alcohol to drink during workout regimens. She said red wine is so much better than white. And for me, I cannot drink red wine. Like there's something about it, can't drink it. I like the sweet whites. So I've had to like cut that out, cut them back. Um, and she talked about like how alcohol is good for us, like how certain things, you need it sometimes, you need it some nights. So the red wine, one or two drinks are not terrible, they're not going to hurt you, but like that second drink and on, like that's like your limit. Three and up, like forget it, you're not going to get the results. You're going to cause more harm to your body than you really are thinking about. Think like when you wake up, like after you've been drinking, you feel like crap, you feel like garbage, you're probably really hungover, you can't get anything done. Chances are, if you can work out, it's a crappy workout regardless. um, so if you guys are, cutting back or cutting it out completely, because if you completely cut it out, your results will be like that much more extreme. For me, for this challenge, I'm trying. My goal is to cut it out completely. I know Lynn has done challenges where she's cut it out and she's like, hello, look at her, like, damn. Um, so if you're cutting it out, let us know. If you want to cut it out or cut back, Awesome. Whatever works for you and is going to get you the results that you really want. Dana talked about self love. Now, this is so important because she mentioned it, I think, in her comments that like you need to take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. And that like resonates so strongly with me. Because if you can't care for yourself or you're not having that love for yourself, how are you going to help other people? How are you going to, show up every day for other people when you can't even show up for yourself? So I think like that we need to take one thing, at least one thing every day that is from our self love list and get it done. Do something for you every single day, regardless of how big or how small it is. Go for a drive by yourself. Um, Take 10 minutes, 20 minutes away from the kids if you have kids, or from your husband, or from your significant other, from your friends, whatever. Take time to like regroup and, be you, be in your happy place. And I think that if we do that, like we're going to come out of this way stronger. And Chelsea yesterday talked about accountability and like non-scale and scale victories. And she said, like, we hold each other accountable through social media. Like, we're holding each other accountable right now. But what do you do when you turn off your computers? You hop off your phones, you hop off social media. How are you going to hold yourself accountable? What are you going to do to show up every day? Make sure you drink your shakes, drink your Energize, your recovery drink, whatever plan you're on. What are you going to do to make sure you get that, done? How are you going to get your workouts done? All of that. You have to hold yourself to a higher standard. You have to hold yourself accountable, because what if, you aren't on social media, you have a really busy day, like you have to figure out something that's going to work for you. And that's part of that self-love thing, like going back to your self-love list. You have to be there for you, because at the end of the day, like you are like your person, like you are going to get this done for you. And then Chelsea also talked about scale and non-scale victories. I think this is huge. And it's going to be talked about a lot through groups, through us, through whatever. I think non-scale victories are so much bigger than actual scale victories. Like for me, I hate stepping on a scale because, muscle weighs more. And I get on and I'm like, oh, great, whatever. But then in my head, I'm like, my clothes fit better. I look in the mirror and I see baby abs, and I see like my butt growing, my legs getting thicker. I see more definition in my muscle. And I'm like, oh, well, like this is a non scale victory. My skin, hello, like, yeah, you have your occasional breakouts, but my skin feels healthier. I feel healthy. I feel energized because I'm sticking to my program and I'm showing up for myself every single day. So those non-scale victories are going to be like what, you feel. Write your non-scale victories down. I'm telling you, you're going to see the non-scale victories a lot more than like scale victories for some people. And that's me. Make sure you take your progress pictures. If you haven't taken them already, make sure you take progress pictures. If you don't know what kind of pictures to take, send us a comment, DM us, whatever. Make sure you get different angles. You want a front angle, a backside angle, and like side angles. I always take like a bunch. I like save them in a file or a folder on my phone, because you're going to want these. And make sure like you date them so you know like, okay, this is prep week, this is week 1, this is week 2, so on and so forth. And you're going to see notices. You might not physically see them looking in the mirror, but when you show up and you look on your phone and you see those pictures side by side, you're going to be like, damn, like I have growth. So that's just like a quick recap of the week with all of us sharing, tips and tricks and everything. But what else are you guys going to do to get ready for week 1? Week 1 starts tomorrow. Week 1 starts. Okay. So this is so exciting. But what are you guys going to do? What habits, old habits die hard. So what habits are you like kicking to the curb and like starting new habits? What are you starting? What do you want to get help with? And be accountable for these like standard, healthy new living tips, habits, whatever. So if you can, like in the comments below, tell us what else you need to get ready for week 1 from us. Like what else is like, what are you stressing about? What are you nervous about? What do you need help with to make sure you're ready to show up tomorrow to get shit done? Okay, like workouts start tomorrow. And then lastly, I said it before, life gets in the way, life gets hard. What are you gonna do when you have a bad day? what's going to get you through and make sure that you still show up and get your stuff done. So in the comments, drop us, those two answers to those two questions. So what are you going to do when life gets hard? How are you going to hold yourself accountable and show up? And then lastly, what new habits and what new things or what else do you need from us to get week one ready? Like, let's go. Week one starts tomorrow. Like, let us know if you have any questions, whatever. And just know we are here for you guys, regardless. There's like 5 of us. We're here to answer any questions. So if you have questions, post it. We'll answer them. All right. So, week one, let's do this.